How could you completely revolutionize the drone market? This is my DJI Mini 2. It's a drone that I normally use and I've taken it all over the world with me. It's 4 years old now, and I have to say that the newest releases are pretty stagnant. Sure, the Mini 3 and the Mini 4 are pretty cool. They shoot vertical content now, upgraded codecs, better bitrate, all that kind of stuff. But realistically, they're incremental improvements, not a complete revolution. They're 249 grams, which is perfect in order to take with me and in order to be able to fit in with many of the flight regulations around the world. Really, they're quite mature products. And if you ask me, how can I improve them? There's nothing obvious that would come to mind.
But one company has got a completely different idea of what a drone should be.
Today's video is all about this. This is the HoverAir X1 autonomous drone, and I have to say it's a pretty cool product. It comes in at under half the weight of my DJI drone. This is just 125 grams, and it's a completely different way of thinking about a drone. There's much more to this product than meets the eye. It's a story of software versus hardware, of a very unique USP, and you'll probably be able to make your mind up around whether this product makes sense to you with just one key defining feature, and it'll take you a split second. So let's dive straight into it. HoverAir actually sent me this product to review in a TikTok video. I made that video, which you can find linked below, but after that my contractual obligation with these guys ended and I'm free to say whatever I like about this product, which is what I'm going to do right now. So it doesn't have a controller. Instead, everything is controlled via your mobile phone, and they have a pretty handy app on there. If you've ever used DJI's active track feature in any of their pocket cameras, you'll probably be familiar with many of the things that this is employing. It'll select a subject, lock onto it, and then have a range of intelligent flight modes all centered around that subject. When it comes to those flight modes, some of them work much better than others. In my personal opinion, the most basic, but also the most powerful, and probably the most popular, is going to be the follow mode. Here's how it works. You select the mode on the app, you hold out your hand like this, the drone takes off from your hand, locks onto your face, and then follows you from behind as you go and do your activities. When you're done, all you do is you stand there, hold out your hand, and the drone will land directly in it. I have to say, using this mode, I had a 100% success rate, which is not something that I was expecting when it comes to a product like this. It has a multitude of sensors, which will prevent it from flying into any obstacles. I have to say, these did a pretty good job on all the kind of larger objects. It would fly around a tree, for example, but when I was going through some dense woodland, it wouldn't pick up some smaller ones, like branches with leaves on, and I had a few crashes. Luckily, the propeller guards prevented any real damage, but I do have a couple of marks on this that tell the tale. This is undoubtedly the best use case for me. It followed me with 100% certainty at all times, even when I was running and had the speed to keep up, and that is really impressive alone. But there are some other modes as well. One of them is called Orbit. This will take off and do a 360-degree swivel all around you to show off your subject with the surrounding area. I find this one really useful, and it'd be great if you're on top of a hill or something like that and want to show off where you are standing. You have the bird's eye view, which is when the drone takes off, goes above you, shoots downwards, and then lands again in the palm of your hand. It's pretty cool. You also have the zoom out mode, where a drone will take off, zoom out, get a shot of you, and then zoom back in again and land on the palm of your hand. There's also something called the dolly zoom mode. This will take off and fly backwards, capturing you as you come forwards, and then land in the palm of your hand. This one I had a couple of problems with. You can see some footage right here now. I moved towards the drone with my hand out, but it didn't land on it and just kept backing up until there was a massive obstacle behind it, and I managed to catch the drone as it didn't go into it. I didn't manage to quite get the hang of this, but I have to say, out of all the modes, that is pretty impressive functionality right there. Now, all of this is actually really impressive to me. I was really impressed by the way all of the different modes worked, even with a couple of hiccups. The app is really intuitive and easy to use, even if you're not particularly technical. And if you're picking up a drone for the first time, you would undoubtedly be able to get better shots with this than you would any DJI drone that's on the market. I think it fulfills a growing niche of people who are going outside, doing interesting things, and they want to document it, get different perspectives of themselves doing activities, and they don't have anyone with them. And for this, that is absolutely perfect. So, what's the issue? Why can't I just recommend this as the best drone ever? Everyone can pick it up, DJI would go out of business, and there'd be nothing left for anyone else to do other than buy a HoverAir X1. Well, you have to consider the hardware. You see, there's plenty of companies that are really good at making software. There's fewer companies that are really good at making products. You've heard of DJI if you're watching this video. They've made so many drones. Think back to the first ever drone that DJI made. It was clunky and it was horrible, the form factor was rubbish, and people didn't really buy it. If you look at the progression they've made, those drones have become progressively better, smaller, more powerful, and more easy to use. I'd never heard of HoverAir as a company, and as far as I can tell, this is their first foray into making products. And for a first attempt, it's really good. Look at this form factor. It just folds up, just like that, unfold it, it's tiny. Everything about it I love. It shoots respectable 2.7K video. Straight away, you wish that was 4K, but I can deal with it for now. When you look at the video, you'll notice some drawbacks that are mainly featured on smaller sensor cameras. You have that horrible artifacting, and there's that classic kind of over-sharpened look that most cheap camera manufacturers seem to go for, and I really dislike. I wish it was adjustable in camera, but it's not. This could totally be addressed in a firmware update, and I really hope it is. The device, I think, would also benefit greatly from just a little bit of motion blur on these shots. You can see, especially in the ones where I'm running, if those plants were blurred, it would actually make for a really nice shot. To do that, I would need some kind of third-party ND stuck on the front. Of course, you can buy those for a DJI drone. They're available a dime a dozen. But for this, there's no kind of system or established accessory network for you to do that, and so you're stuck with what comes out of the box. So you can see the situation I was talking about earlier. If you're looking at these videos and these examples and you're thinking, wow, this looks great, then this is a great product for you. If you're looking at them and thinking, that's a little bit lackluster, I would prefer higher production value video and photos and the things that I'm doing, then this product isn't for you. Ultimately, this feels like a situation where there's a young company who've made some incredible advancements in software. That's totally the USP, and they're crushing it. But when it comes to making the physical product, there's still many more boundaries and maturity that they need to get across before they can truly compete. That will, of course, come in time, and I'm truly excited for the future of HoverAir. I think that X2 could be an incredible product, or perhaps DJI would line up an acquisition. I could totally see that making sense. Either way, I think it's pretty cool that they came out with this product. It's something completely different, it will shake up a well-established market, and it highlights something that DJI could add to their drones to make them much more consumer-friendly. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel and motivates me to keep making more content. I come up with videos every single Sunday at 5 PM, so I'll see you in the next one.